or the effect that our mood may have on the choices we make and what we eat. So, and even just that kind of like, kind of mindfulness. You guys do that, practice a lot of mindfulness at the YMCA Academy, I know, right? Even that mindfulness, that itself is a really great practice to have concern at ease. Comfort can be different things for different people. Like sometimes eating chocolate, right? Like that blissfulness feeling you get, that can be a sense of comfort. It can be like mac and cheese that you grew up eating when you were a kid, or what else did I grow up eating? Heck, the sausages my dad used to love to make for us with sauerkraut, right? The handmade tortillas, and that smell and that flavor, it kind of like, it can evoke food memories, but really it's just something that makes you feel at home.
Anytime you're ready.
Awesome. So today's session was comfort foods, mood foods. The key goal of today is really to get the participants, the youth, to think about what they eat and how it impacts their mood, and vice versa, to think about the mood they might be in and what foods they choose based on that. So we didn't go into heavy lecture and stuff. I handed out a sheet on that, understanding food and mood, because there is real impact, like the carbs, the different proteins, the impact that that has on our body. But really, it's sort of exemplified through the foods that were chosen, right? So they're often very traditional comfort foods, like the burgers, but with a twist as well. So there's always the twist at the stop, right? It's never just a plain burger. It's a burger with a bunch of fresh stuff on it, with sprouts on it, with this yogurt that had vanilla in it.
And it worked out great.
And it worked out great. And really getting the youth to participate in every element of it, and they made everything from scratch, right? So that's key. The fries weren't just normal fries. I'm sure everyone's used to eating those fries that almost taste like, not cardboard, but you know what I mean? Like they're just plain white potatoes. We used yam, sweet potatoes, and blue potatoes. So really, through that, without even necessarily going on and talking about biodiversity and the importance of biodiversity in our food and what we eat, we were exemplifying that. So it was like a fried turned non-traditional, right? Plus it had the fresh rosemary on top, which is a seasoning that means you can use less salt in the actual seasoning of the fries. And the sliders were also purposely small, so portioning, but also making a gourmet ingredient. Sliders have become this really trendy thing. And so just be able to make your own gourmet ingredients as well is always great. And finally, the last dish was the apple ginger crumble. When it's seasonal, we also use rhubarb. So that's just fun dessert. But like, I lowered the salt content, sugar content heavily on that. But those are like traditional comfort foods. So with a bit of a twist, just to get people to think about the comfort foods they already eat and maybe consider doing them with a twist without actually telling them to do it with a twist.
Nice.
So, and we could break down the menu if we wanted to the fact that the carbs and the proteins in each has and the sugar on our body. But I chose not to do that. And it was great, I think, too, an objective, especially for the cooking sessions, is really to do things as a team. Because if we don't work together on what we're doing, we won't be able to eat together. And we did great, and so I was really happy to see that the youth took on each of the recipes in their own way, gave some input along the way on how they think things should be done, which I always appreciate. I think recipes are great, but it's also good to tap into, at home we're going to cook without recipes sometimes, and for people to get more comfortable to cook with what's at hand as well.